Rebecca. How are you doing today?
I'm doing okay. I was having a little bit of nausea, but it seems to have resolved itself, so it's been a lot better.
It's good to hear you're feeling better.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any questions to start off our appointment with?
Yeah, I think I do actually. I know that the second trimester ultrasound's coming up, and I'm a bit worried that it's going to show that there's something wrong with my baby. It's been keeping me up quite a bit lately.
Okay, that's actually something I wanted to talk to you about today, so it's perfect timing. So right now yours is 14 weeks. The second trimester ultrasound doesn't happen until 18 to 22 weeks. So you've got lots of time still to think about it, make your decision, and we have another appointment before you would do that anyway. So at your next appointment, we'll discuss it a bit further. The recommendation currently is that all pregnant women should be offered the ultrasound.
Okay.
And it scans for a number of things. So it looks for the number of fetuses, it looks for the gestational age of the baby, the location of the placenta, the amount of amniotic fluid, and then it takes a detailed look at the fetal anatomy. And so that's why it's also known as the anatomy scan. I'm sure you've heard that. And ultrasound uses sound waves, so they go through your abdomen, and as they hit objects, they report back to what they find. So if they hit something dense, they'll come back, like on the screen they'll show as white, so that would be like bone or tissue. And if they go through something really light, like amniotic fluid, it'll appear dark. So that's how we visualize that.
Okay.
And the information that this ultrasound gives us about placental location is just how close it is to the cervix. We don't want the placenta to be covering the cervix or being too close to it. So if we were to see that, we would send you for follow-up ultrasounds. But right now we're just looking to see where it is. Also, it takes a look at the number of babies. So right now we know you're just carrying one. I want to double check to make sure it really is just one. Because if you were carrying twins, we would still be able to provide care. We'd have to consult with an obstetrician though.
Okay.
But if you were carrying more than 2 babies, we really wouldn't be the best care provider. In that case, that would need a lot more specialized care. So we need to transfer care there. We're also looking at the gestational age of the baby, just to make sure it's growing well. Based on your first trimester ultrasound, we know how far along you are. We just want to double check that we're well within the range that we want to be in, because having an accurate gestational age will just decrease the chance that we have an induction of labor for presumed post-date pregnancy. We're also looking at the amniotic fluid. We just want to make sure that we don't have too much or too little, and that the baby is nice and comfortably cushioned in the amniotic fluid. And lastly, we look at the baby's anatomy. So this is quite a detailed look at all of its bones and organs and structures of the baby. So sometimes it's good to have had a genetic screening earlier in the pregnancy to give you the risk ratio of having a baby with aneuploidy or Down syndrome or an abnormality like that. You didn't have genetic screening, which is totally okay. But in the case that we do see anomalies like a 2-vessel cord maybe or something like that, often those can be soft markers for Down syndrome or other chromosomal anomalies.
Okay.
They a 2-vessel cord wouldn't resolve itself, but sometimes in isolation, if you just see one marker, they're totally fine.
Okay.
It is sometimes a little more reassuring if you have a number of your risk of having an abnormality, But if you don't, that's totally okay. We can do follow-up ultrasounds to see how the baby's development is going. It is important to note though that this ultrasound it's a scan. It's not like a diagnostic test. So if we think that the baby may have chromosomal abnormalities, we would send you for further testing to make sure that things are the way they are. This isn't a scan to make irrevocable decisions off of. It's really just to help us guide our care for you in your pregnancy.
Okay.
And if you choose not to do the ultrasound, because it is an optional ultrasound, the alternatives for genetic screening would be maternal serum screen, although I do believe you aren't too keen on genetic screening, you just want...
No, I'd rather not if possible.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, but, so this isn't a genetic screen, it's just looking at development, really, and, pregnancy information. And ultrasound, is technically within midwifery scope of practice. However, none of the midwives at our clinics are trained in ultrasound, so we will send you to an ultrasound clinic or the ultrasound clinic at the hospital.
No problem.
As well. Yeah. Did you have any questions? Anything that I didn't cover that you were still wondering about?
So the anomalies that you test for are things in the anatomy scan. The anomalies that are tested for are things like aneuploidy and Down syndrome. Like you can see soft markers for those things.
Yeah. So it's looking more at. Actually, I have a paper here for you.
Okay.
So we're looking at the brain development, spina bifida. We're looking at like bones, heart defects, arms and legs, just the formation of the intestines, things like that. So yeah, your paper there describes as well the likelihood that they're gonna, like, if something was wrong, what the likelihood is that they'll find it. So you can see all the percentages there.
Oh.
And then it has just a bit more information that's great to take home for you to read.
Yeah, wonderful, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's it. I don't have any other questions.
Perfect. Sounds good.
Okay, great, thank you.